guess what, guys? Battlefield 6 just had their reveal trailer. I should have been live when I was thinking about it, but that's besides the point. So Battlefield 6, yeah, let's break it down in sections. So we actually have the trailer here on Battlefield's thing. Credits to them. I am absolutely mind blown of the amount of detail they actually put into this trailer. And this is far more advanced, I believe, and better than Battlefield 2042 in regards back to whenever they created Battlefield 2042. I believe Battlefield 2042 is just a Call of Duty mad mess. I don't believe it was really a Battlefield standpoint game. But this trailer here really shows that Battlefield really does care, you know, and I'm excited, and I hope y'all are. I know there was some negative comments in the beginning of this, but I could see why, knowing that, you know, Battlefield did what they did in regards to their community. But we're going to watch the trailer first, and then we're going to break it down into sections because there's a lot packed into this. So let's dive in. Oops. Give me 1 second. I just realized that audio is not coming through for y'all. Okay. Everyone, sorry.
My fellow citizens, my fellow. We will prevail.
We're ready, Mr. President.
My fellow citizens, today represents a dark day in our history. With this monstrous, unprovoked attack, no country is safe from their reach. For all those serving on our behalf, our prayers go with you. For the Pax Armata mercenaries who are watching now, I have a message. It's over.
Let's get to work.
Come, your masters of war. Hear the bells of big guns. Hear it hide behind walls.
30 seconds.
They turn and run farther when the fast bullets fly.
Move fast. Move decisive. Dagger on my 6.
Send it.
And I will bet you die. And your death will come soon. I'll follow your casket by the pale afternoon. I'll watch while you
Clear the ship now.
and I'll stand over your grave till I'm sure that you're dead.
Paint the target for the F-61.
I'll watch while you
Fucking burn us off.
and I'll stand over your grave till I'm sure that you're dead. Masters of war.
So, as we can see from right there, they're going to be releasing a multiplayer reveal soon. So that's making me wonder, oh, okay, so are we going to be able to actually play it then? Or is it going to be the beta test? Or is this going to be the final release? I doubt it's going to be the final release. I guarantee it's probably going to be either probably going to be the beta test, to be honest, the multiplayer beta test, and then they're probably going to release another trailer for it as well. I don't know if y'all seen, but GTA 6 released their trailer as well. They're coming out in, I think, October or something of next year. But So they're probably going to try to somewhat maybe release. They need to release this Battlefield sooner than later in 2026, because if GTA, of course, is releasing GTA 6 is releasing in October of 2026. If they release Battlefield somewhat, then they're not going to work. Like, people are going to be wanting to play this over this and that over that. So they're going to have to release it in a day where, you know, people would want to play. But anyways, let's break down this trailer. So the first bit, we have a man here adjusting his uniform. And then we actually kind of go into a little bit of a war. Let me just slow this down here if I can. Can I? Playback speed, here it is. Let's just notch it down a little bit, just a little. So then it looks like we go into a complete scene of war. You got people falling down. You got missiles shooting off. This kind of reminds me of, especially with the lampposts and stuff that's right there. It kind of reminds me of Battlefield 4 whenever it first came out. You know, that one map that you have. And then there's this bridge. This bridge looks pretty cool, and it kind of, I don't know, it resembles something, but I can't put my finger on it. And then you got a missile shooting. And then you got a massive explosive. And look at the detail on this player's hand. Like, that detail is crazy. The knuckles looks like he's actually been in war. And then you got a fighter jet. Got a guy yelling. Looks like you got some maybe like anger because it didn't go as planned going on here. And then just the detail, like, that almost looks real as mess. The amount of detail that they actually put into this trailer was actually insane. Like, they actually really hammered down compared to what they did in, especially when it comes to like Battlefield 2042, because Battlefield 2042 was really not that great. And it seems like with Battlefield 6, they're actually showing off that they are a studio. And I found that pretty interesting as well. Let's see. Okay, and then you got this part here where they're breaching in. So it makes me wonder, will we be able to breach in? And that right there actually looks like a new weapon coming for the Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 franchise. I do not remember the MP5 being in Battlefield 2040 or Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3. So this is going to be very fun and kind of cool. It does look like they have attachments on it as well, like they have a flashlight and stuff like that. So they're breaching into a building, it looks like. And this part right here where the soldier is leaning, I'm wondering if they're actually going to add leaning left and right. You know, like the lean left and right. Not 100%. And then right there's another close-up of the MP5. And it looks like a couple of new guns. So it looks like we got the UPX, and it looks like we have the almost like a SCAR variant of a rifle there. And even the soldiers' uniforms, they really hammered down on their uniforms. Like, just look at the amount of detail they actually put into that. So that almost reminds me of some type of SCAR. I'm not really sure what type of SCAR that would be. But their player uniforms actually looks like proper military. And then this scene here, so it looks like we have a helicopter coming in out of nowhere. Yeah, so right here we actually have a helicopter that comes in out of nowhere. It must have gotten hit by something, but it does look like they are going to be upping the amount of destruction in their Battlefield 6 franchise. Let's see. Like, look at the amount of destruction we got going on here. So we have the roof falling in. It looks like it's caving in up here. Looks like it's caving in more and more up here, and it's really, really like breaking apart, and it just looks absolutely phenomenal. And then right here is another clip of destruction. We have the bridge collapsing. And it just looks like they're really going for that destruction vibe. Like, this right here is absolutely amazing to see Battlefield go to destruction this much. Like, the level amount of destruction is crazy. It looks like right here we actually have a AK variant right here. So it looks like we have an AK here. It looks like we have another AK here, but it looks like it has a drum mag. So you might be able to have different mags on your rifles, it looks like, and on your characters, it looks like you can possibly will be able to have different magazines. You know, it's all in the details. And then this scene here, it looks like they're going out for war. Looks like somewhere maybe in the desert. And you can see all these different soldiers with different looking guns and different attachments. Like different classes and such like that. And then it looks like they're actually adding one of these to the game. So I'm not so sure if that's going to be in the game or they're just putting it there for, you know, show and tell. But it does kind of look like they might be bringing that in. And then you go back to the president here. He's talking about some things. And then this right here, the way the guy threw the weapon was absolutely awesome. And then you got this scene here where the sniper is looking down. That actually looks like a new sniper coming into the Battlefield franchise, and it looks absolutely awesome as crap. You got the jets. You know, of course, we're going to have a Battlefield with a jet, and it looks like we're actually having a snow map. Looks like Battlefield 6 is actually going to have a snow map. So that's actually going to be awesome. It's like we're going to have a couple different maps. So it looks like we're going to have a desert map, which is this one right here, which actually looks absolutely amazing. It almost reminds me of that one map from Battlefield 4, but I can't remember the name of it. Something, they're right there, they're showing off the destruction again. Really hammering down that destruction. So I really do think there will be a lot of destruction inside Battlefield 6, as we can tell from the trailers. And then you got this soldier here being lifted up. And then this right here looks like a pretty cool new map. Looks like there's a merry-go-round, and it looks like you're in a city environment with a bridge. I believe that bridge could probably be destroyed as well, because in one of these clips they actually show it being destroyed. And right here they're actually jumping out of the airplane. And this map here reminds me of that one map from Battlefield 2042, where, you know, you had those mountains and then you have like that cliff side right here. But this is a awesome map. It looks like this looks like it's going to be an awesome map. And then you have another desert here. Just some chaos going on here. And then this right here looks like a map from Battlefield 5, I want to say, where like they're in the trenches and they're getting attacked. But man, the amount of detail, like look at that detail on that guy's face. Even the hairs look real. Even the veins right here on his hand, on the hand on where he's talking on the walkie, looks real. And look, there's actually some night vision goggles right here. So they might be actual night vision in Battlefield 6. I don't know. They might be. And then again, they may not be. Actually, right here actually shows off the night vision. So yes, they probably will be night vision in Battlefield 6, as we can tell. Because why else would they put night vision inside of the film? And even the hand gesture right there just looks so awesome. And then you got missiles, so you might be able to call in a missile, or you can probably get inside of it and shoot it. And right here, we're actually blowing up a dam, and all these pieces and the water is, so it looks like you can destroy a dam inside of a map. You can shoot a rocket and blow it up. That's very awesome indeed. Oh, look, the crane's fallen. I never noticed that. And then you have a wildfire here inside of a fire they're running through. Okay, this map here is actually kind of cool. So this map actually looks like it's coming from Egypt. Because you got the 2 pyramids and you have a desert map, it looks like. And you just ripping it up right here. It looks like they pulled some map assets from Battlefield 2042 and Battlefield 3 and 4. I don't know, man. I just can't wait for a good Battlefield like this. It really looks like they really hammered down on the military side of things, especially when it comes to the force and stuff. It really does look like they hammered down. And right here's another clip of destruction. Looks like they hammered down, like I was saying, on the destruction side of things. And it looks like you got a Navy boat with an actual absolutely beautiful scene of inside of a carrier, and they're actually rolling out inside the boats, and they're actually going out to fight the war. This place looks awesome as well. It looks really open. And then this scene here looks like that one map that we just seen, where you got all the mountains and stuff, and they're actually riding 4-wheelers trying to get down to the location. And then the sledgehammer. I was not expecting the sledgehammer. So it looks like the sledgehammer might be a possibility inside the game where you can whack them out. Even the blood splatter was awesome. Like, just the amount of detail they put into this trailer is absolutely crazy. And then you got this part here. Oh, wow. I didn't even notice this. You got the Statue of Liberty inside the game. Looks like they're actually, okay, so they're actually in New York City in this part. I never noticed that. Okay, that's kind of cool to know. So it looks like they're in New York City, and there's a missile hitting this bridge, and the bridge explodes. So possibly there could be an explosion when it comes to bridges, and looks like there's a lot of destructive feel to the game, it looks like. And they actually went back to Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 feel of things. So it does look like they're switching their attitude when it comes to Battlefield. They're not like going to like Call of Duty feeling. Looks like they're heading back to the real stomping grounds. And then this part here. So, y'all, we have been wanting Metro back for so long. And it actually, this map here reminds me so much of Metro. I was like, no way. They're actually probably going to add Metro to the game. Metro is one of Battlefield's legendary maps. I don't know why, but it is an awesome map. It's one of my favorites, and one of my dad's favorites. And let's say we're going to have a snow map, so possibly a variation of Operation Locker, potentially. And it looks like we're going to have this right here. So this character here, he's actually breaking the door down, so maybe potentially we can do that in Battlefield 6. So it looks like there's some different actions that we can possibly do as far as breaking doors down and stuff like that goes. And it looks like we can tear down every building that we can see. And really and truthfully, the destruction of this game is absolutely insane. It looks like there's some new weapons as well. So yeah, that's basically Battlefield 6 in the nutshell, as we would say. And it looks like they're coming out with another Battlefield 6 multiplayer reveal on July 31st. If y'all want to see that, I'm going to be live on that date. Make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on that post notifications down below so you never miss an upload. And Battlefield 6 really impressed me on this game. I really hope they do what they say they're going to do and make it like Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 5 or Battlefield 3. And they really hammered down on that. But anyways, in today's video, that's all I wanted to share with y'all. So stay frosty, everyone, and keep it chill. And my name's Digital. You're watching Digital Chaser. Stay frosty, everyone. Signing out.